Adept4 is a managed service provider headquartered at Daresbury Park in Cheshire with offices in London and Aberdeen. Their CTO of Infrastructure, Paul Talbot, talks about key objectives of their new initiative.
As a managed service provider, we're always looking for innovative ways of driving the business forward with new technologies. As part of our 2014 strategy, we engaged with Microsoft and the systems integrator Terawe to look at how we could exploit development and test within the Azure cloud platform. Proving that technology would be vital to our 2015-2016 strategy, and looking at how we could exploit initially with development and test and subsequently move it into our production services. The objectives of this project was to actually prove that we could publish a development and test environment, compare Team Foundation Services and Visual Studio Online, exploit the latest technologies in SQL 2014, and also prove that we could manage a full development lifecycle within the cloud without the use of infrastructure experts, and simply relying on our software development team to publish guest VMs, SQL repositories, and the whole code management capabilities.
At Microsoft, as part of our cloud platform vision, we are constantly looking at ways to enable new hybrid cloud scenarios for our cloud and hosting service providers. With more and more customers looking for hybrid cloud or multi-cloud solutions, service providers can really leverage their own cloud and combine it with Microsoft's public cloud, that's Azure, to deliver experiences our customers are looking for. Microsoft Azure, SQL Server 2014, and Microsoft System Center are at the center of this vision. With SQL Server 2014, our cloud services providers are able to offer their customers various solutions, enabling business continuity, disaster recovery with SQL Always On, and Microsoft Azure is one of them. Providing on-demand SQL development and test environments using SQL virtual machines on Azure is another scenario. With Microsoft System Center, they're able to efficiently manage these hybrid cloud environments. Terawe Corporation is a gold competency Microsoft partner for data platform, which specializes in cloud and data solutions. Terawe enabled these hybrid capabilities using SQL Server 2014 and Microsoft Azure for Adept4, one of our cloud services provider partners in the UK, in less than a couple of weeks. We expect to see more such offerings from service providers. And by leveraging Microsoft Azure platform, partners are able to create new revenue streams and reduce time to market significantly.
As an IT solution provider and system integrator, we are involved in various cloud, mobility, and data engagements with our customers. In the hosting vertical, we engage with multiple service providers around the world to enable Microsoft Cloud Platform offerings. Recently, we see a significant increase in hybrid deployments for Microsoft Azure with cloud service providers that allow them to easily enable new enterprise-level offerings to their customers with minimal investments. In the first quarter of this year alone, our hybrid cloud specialist consultants are engaged with around 10 service providers worldwide to enable such offerings.
Terawe's US-based consulting team worked closely with the Adept4 team in the UK to set up this hybrid infrastructure between Adept4's data center and Microsoft Azure.
We have now created an Azure network attached to our internal infrastructure, which replicates our AD to an Azure domain controller. We have migrated several of our PCs onto this domain so that they can access the Azure infrastructure we have created. We have also set up VSO so that we can manage all our agile developments. We work closely with Terawe, sharing with them our requirements. Terawe advised us on the best way to do this and provided step-by-step instructions in key areas.
Leveraging the guidance put together for hybrid setup, we were able to move large databases from production to dev test public cloud environment while meeting Adept4's security and identity requirements. We performed all the work on Adept4 environment remotely and by leveraging SQL Server 2014 backup and restore to cloud feature, we configured the Azure public cloud environment such that the end developers can now work with this cloud setup without having a need to access any on-premise resources.
Moving our development environment to the Azure cloud has made cost savings as we no longer use expensive servers in the data center. It is giving us more flexibility as we can easily spin up VMs and custom test environments.
It's exciting to see our cloud service provider partners embrace the same SQL Server on Azure hybrid scenarios that our enterprise customers enjoy. Service providers can leverage SQL Server 2014 and Microsoft Azure's hyperscale to create new offerings that will benefit both their business and that of their customers. With SQL Server 2014, we introduced a number of Azure-facing features like disaster recovery to Azure using always-on availability groups, and a wizard to quickly deploy databases into Azure. These features enabled our customers to take advantage of new business scenarios, like using the cloud to quickly spin up and scale out development and test environments. The benefits for the end user are lower project overhead and faster time to market.
I'm pleased to say that the results from the proof of concept testing development and test environments within Azure Cloud has proven so successful that we have actually engaged with 5 of our top clients looking to move their test and dev environments into the cloud. We're also looking to run proof of concepts around server replication, authentication in the cloud, and also enterprise mobility management. We know that in Q1 2015 we have been able to conclude this proof of concept and project in exceptionally quick timescales, and from that perspective we look forward to exploiting the cloud-based technologies further in 2015.
This is just one success point that shows how effective Microsoft Azure and SQL Server 2014 combine to provide benefit to hosting providers as well as their customers while reducing the total cost of ownership.